Hiya girls, we are Barney and Lukey and we are the hot young visionaries behind Truffle Pig Wigs.
And this is Cliffhangers, the unofficial, unrequested and unhinged RuPaul's Drag Race recap show.
The views and opinions expressed on Cliffhangers are from a couple of women who just love drag and have zero real business judging it. If you are not a fan of red-hot acidic critique, turn back now.
The eighth chunder of the world, it is Barney.
And we renamed her washing machine because all she wants to do is take loads. It's Lukey Love!
Hiya!
How you doing?
I'm good, how are you?
Yeah, I'm good, thank you.
Fantastic.
I've got a question. Please tell me why BBC iPlayer is obsessed with trying to serve me Drag Race Down Under every time I open it.
You type in Drag Race and literally... Drag Race UK is the last thing to come.
Yeah.
Like, Drag Race Home from Home.
The Divine
behind the
documentary.
scenes. Yeah.
But let it go. No one wants to watch Down Under.
For me, it's Canada that always comes
That
up.
Aussie racism meetup. Not here for it. I was just wondering, who could they maybe have as a guest judge next season? Maybe we'll see Tommy Robinson. Maybe
Although we do have the exact same ratio of whites to POCs on this series of...
that sounds much better.
That's with a W.
Yeah.
With a
capital W.
With a capital Y.
T.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean...
Before we start throwing that racist
But
boomerang around.
I don't think season 3 has anything to talk about in terms of diversity, is
No.
it?
Although, well, diverse in other ways.
Neurodivergent.
Yeah.
Yeah. I guess we'll catch up of the last week. Or have you got things you want to talk about that you've been up to, Lukes?
We filmed a lovely webinar for the London Wig Academy. So if you want to know about online digital marketing, you can marketing. You can download that and learn from our wise words.
Can you believe that not only have we have the audacity to be like, right, how much do you know about wigs? Let's do wigs. That then we're like, oh, this social media side of it is really difficult. We don't know anything about it. We should do a webinar about how little we know about digital.
They came to us. Thank you very much.
Yeah, true.
Also, we've moved from watching reality to horror in the studio.
Yeah.
Currently working our way through the Saw franchise. Let's just say it's a good thing we have soundproof walls because bitches be shrieking up in here.
Yeah, we do.
When he had to smashing his foot to break it enough to fit through the shackle. Mary, honestly.
Honestly, release my body. Is that all we've been up to, Lukes?
I think so. It's been chocker. I actually haven't really had a weekend. Yeah, we did the filming on Saturday, and then yesterday, I was going to say I went to see my dad for his birthday, but that was...
Gianfranco Gotti.
Yeah, the big 7-1.
Wow.
Shout out Sophie, although she's not listened to any of this season's pod. So
Your mum is a known hater, though.
Yeah, she is.
She is.
But yeah.
Love you, Soph.
No time to myself.
But the most exciting thing is that we've got a very glossy, very professional, very glamorous new season 3 image coming your way.
Yes, you will be looking at it now, gazing into our businesswoman eyes as you
Bitches be glam. Bitches be glam. But let's do a catch-up of last week, Luke.
Let's.
Previously on RuPaul's Drag Race UK.
So, the gals became workout instructors for Dragoton. Crystal won her second challenge in a row, making her the front runner. Vanity and Electra find themselves in the bottom, lip-syncing to Moving On Up by M People. Vanity saved herself, sending Electra home, and we are left on a cliffhanger, thank you, regarding Victoria's knee injury from episode 1, ...
I just didn't want this episode to start, just out of fear for my angel, Vicky. I couldn't bear it. Like, it's so dog shit that in positions like this, I mean, anyone that's been in sort of a professional show or whatever will know this, but like, legality comes above everything. It's like if they even have a glimmer of fear that they'll be like, do you know what, like, this is just a very, very slightly bruised ankle, but if it does lead to any problems further on down the line, then they could sue us. And that they just have to keep that at the forefront of all decision making.
Well, especially because they're an American company, like suing is a lot more hard and
the
fast
Yanks
out
be
there.
suing, they love it, don't they? But it's really adding new dimensions to her name. Victoria's gone.
Wow.
Is that what the pun is? You didn't like that, Luke?
I thought it was so, like, just unceremonious the way he just announced it. Like, Elisa of Eureka, it was on the main stage. Everyone got to say goodbye, and she got to say, she got to say goodbye.
And notice as well, she has an open invitation to come back for season 4.
Well, they didn't say that, but it was implied.
But literally everyone else that has been invited back has been told that.
Yeah.
She was not told that.
But she was not told her position on cam, I guess.
Yeah, I know, but he could at least say it then, be like, she has gone, but that's what happened with Veronica Green. She wasn't there. She said, but she's been given an open invitation, so she better... and the only way is if she's actually the winner. That would be fine. They're like, do you know what? She couldn't be in the competition, but we are just going to give her the crown.
Yeah, why not?
Yeah. But yeah, absolutely devastated to see her go. Devastated. That's the only word. Can't believe it. But yeah, I guess we'll move into after the elimination. And Crystal was cracking me up. I'm not going to lie to you. She sounds like a Little Britain sketch of David Walliams playing a contestant. Just like the way that she talks is like, I ain't buying it. But also have to say, Vanity's wig, after that glorious tumbling out of the ponytail last week on the main stage, it looked a little less glam in the cold light of elimination.
It did. It really did. Without the power of the main stage lights and the empathy.
Yeah, truly.
I'm just obsessed with how blunt Scarlett is.
Me too.
She don't give a fuck.
I know there was so many sound bites of her just being like, guys, you guys are really shit, aren't you?
I've been called blunt myself a few times, so I can relate.
Yeah.
Although she's
but
a
the
lot
BL
braver than me.
Sounds like a C. Thoughts on when Veronica said, Kitty, are you going to sing for us? I thought, I couldn't clock whether that was Crystal 2.0. Was she in on the joke? Do you know when she was like, oh, it's not over till the fat lady sings? And she went, Kitty, you're going to sing for us? She went, very, very harsh. I thought, have you just called another girl fat?
Well,
like,
that was Veronica that called her fat. But
What
yeah,
did
it's
I
like,
say?
I thought you said Crystal.
No, Veronica. I said, was it Crystal 2.0?
Sure.
After we've just got over last week.
That's what I thought. It's like, I thought we all agreed as a cast that like it's bad to call people fat. And also later on in Untucked, I think someone's come to sit on the sofa and they're like Piggy in the middle, and then Kitty's like, oh, me. It's like, you got to stop.
Yeah.
You're encouraging it, and then everyone will just carry on. And I thought we've moved past that now.
Yeah, not that there's a sliding scale for what is an acceptable for a fat person, but like Kitty as well is like, she's not a fat woman. Do you know what I mean? Like, she's not like a big girl. So it's like when someone's like maybe just like not a stick person. I didn't know where I was going with that. A stick person. Like, it seems almost more cruel that you're like pointing out something that they might be that they haven't fully come to terms with. I don't know. Like, that's a very unformed thought, but like, do you know what I mean? Like, if someone's like gigantic, then you're like, well, it's so blatant, it's so obvious. Of course, I'm gonna like, I need to be able to face it head on because it's staring you in the face. But if someone's maybe just like
kind of poking behind the blinds instead.
Yeah, it's mental.
If Kitty doesn't do Scylla in Snatch Game, I will absolutely scream.
Flip some tables.
She's been giving us little snippets of it, and we missed out on the Vivian doing it, and hers sounded fucking jokes as well.
With the teeth.
Yeah. So
Dear God.
please, I need Kitty to do Scylla.
It blows my tiny, tiny little shriveled mind that the goddess and visual orgasm that is Charity was sitting there looking how she did, thinking, I'm going to have to lip sync. It's like, I really feel like I'm going to be getting very irate over the next couple of weeks about the Charity situation, because it make sense. No. Like it doth not.
It's a new day in the workroom.
What about sorry, can I just say just to touch in on the Scarlett Harlot situation, when she was like Charity was like, I just can't believe that I'm not lip syncing. Scarlett went, yeah, I can't believe it either. Like,
that's what I'm talking about.
You dirty dog. There was about 4 times that she just chimed in with things just being like, honestly, yeah, your track record is terrible. Like, okay, bitch.
You were really bad.
I really love when people are like very nearly shown the door, but then they come back and they're like, everyone is quaking. Like Vanity was like, everyone can see how I have performed now. It's like, okay, what? But it is a new day in the workroom. So
you held that thought to the end of the episode, Vanity. I had a juicy intel fact.
Go on, please.
From someone who is friends with Davina De Campo.
Yeah.
Apparently, when Rue comes to the top of the stairs and says hello, he's not there. They're waving into an abyss and exchanging communication with nobody.
Yeah, that he films them separately, doesn't he?
Why?
Because he's a lazy bitch. I think they've got some bullshit rules about like basically limiting how much time, like physical contact that he spends with each contestant to try and keep it fair. But actually it's just because he doesn't want to be around the girls.
But if it's like, hello, I'm greeting all of you. How could that be unfair to someone?
I think that it's just literally about him being in the studio. That like
I think it's probably because he's like, I have got so much energy, and if I speak to them, they'll zap it out of me.
like Voldemort when he's a little baby.
Yeah, literally.
I just think that actually, like, when you're filming, there'll just be little seconds when they're like, cut, whatever, and that he doesn't want to be around that energy too much. That, like, when he's on behind his desk, when they cut and stuff, the girls aren't actually out. So then he's with Michelle and the gals and the guests and stuff, so that's more fun. But, like, I think they limit how much filming time he is actually with the full cast of girls. I don't know, but that's obviously fucking mental. How about for queer community? Give it up. Lukey, have you got a second in your day to talk about Charity Case's Bay City Rollers fringed groupie fantasy?
It was very cute.
Wasn't it the cutest thing you've ever seen? I'm really pivoting to become a deeply, deeply, deeply obsessive about Charity Case, which is scary.
A caser.
A chazza.
Yeah.
How irritated would you be with that level of confidence coming from Cristal?
I think though, like, she is kind of winding them up as well. They're like, oh, you're going to make it 3 wins. It's like, well, obviously I would love to make it 3 wins. If you're going to come at me with this attitude, then I'll fucking give you attitude. Why don't you win a badge and then come and talk to me? Yeah, I'm actually finding her really, like, she is breaking out of her little Barbie shell.
Okay. I was just looking at their faces and I thought, they seem irritated, but they look like they're trying to keep a smile.
The little
yeah,
bear cub.
well, exactly. And also as well, there's been 2 challenges and she's won both of them.
Yeah,
so
what are you saying?
You should be fucking irritated.
What did Ella say? Like, oh, maybe there's a tap dancing challenge. It's like, honey, wasn't the last one a dance challenge?
And also as well, we're in a drag competition, honey. When doth they tap dance? Real horny little bunch of buggers, ain't they? Soon as RuPaul dropped one double entendre, they were all humping the air and licking their lips.
This was so weird, this mini challenge.
Also, they've only been quarantined for like 4 days at this point. Like, what's to stop them from sneaking to the toilet and tickling each other's knots?
Exactly.
Do you know what I mean? Like they're. I wonder how much they do bump purses backstage. A couple of the girls, proper orny. They was trying to give us a little moment with River and Ella. Did you notice that? Where like they sort of like clocked the other girls because they were like what looked like they were trying to frame as flirting.
I did not.
And then,
look.
like, sort of the other girls are, like, looking at it, like, nudging each other, like, God, look at them. It's like, both of them have boyfriends.
What, when they were getting ready, getting into bloke drag?
No, I can't remember when it was, but I just clocked it and I was like, how weird that they're trying to, like, make that a moment. It was just very strange. But you were not a fan of this challenge, no?
It was just very weird. So, yeah, I had to write down exactly what Rue said. So it's Finder, the new dating app for the ambiguous straight bloke who just can't seem to find the right girl. So is this just basically men who are really gay but they think they're straight?
Undercover brothers,
Is that the vibe?
Trigger warning, heterosexuality. Well,
it was very funny how most of them thought, how do I be a straight man? Let me rub some dirt on my face and black out my teeth.
They do be dirty. They do be dirty. Was it more strange than RuPaul dressed as Fred from Scooby-Doo?
I've come to accept these kind of fashions from Rupert.
I'm unsure whether River was being serious or not with that whole I'll never say no to the ladies, but it was sending me.
Well, I mean, it made me feel like a right paedophile the way it lit up my face.
Well,
it's
exactly.
like, oh really, River?
If you want to snap up a sensitive young minx who knows his way around a balayage, hit me up, girlie. It's like, what are you like? If there is a tinge of seriousness in it, that honestly couldn't love him more.
Maybe she just wants to get her lesbian fantasy or when she's all up in it.
Well, exactly. When it was revealed, Miss Veronica Green in her DH Gate Dom Top harness, I nearly lost consciousness.
What is butch to you?
Are you asking me? Me?
Yeah, because I feel like, oh, but what is it? Like, what is dressing butch? And then I Googled it.
Maybe it's when Little Lord Fauntleroy found BDSM.
Maybe. But yeah, it's just basically acting masculine, but then it's like, what is masculine? So really there is no boundaries. For me though, butch man is beer belly, football fan.
I did think
in a teeny tiny plastic little England hat.
I did think they did a good job of having they're all very different though, which was I thought was good. But I thought Veronica Green's was more a desperate attempt to position himself as submissive and breedable, like for when he leaves. Being like, look, I've got a little body on me, and also I'm a top. Look, I've got a harness. Just because he's like, I know I'm going, and I need to clean up on that
Would
racer
you think that
dick.
him and his boyfriend have broken up since being COVID stuck together?
Oh yeah, he's got a boyfriend. I don't know. I mean, he did say he was bankrupt, so maybe the boyfriend was like...
Maybe. It was such a shame because I really would have loved to see Victoria's butch drag.
Oh my God. I think that was her interview look.
You reckon?
Yeah, me too. Imagine her. I did. Yeah, absolutely fantastic.
Did you have
And she
any
probably would have done it the
highlights
best.
in this?
I mean, the highlights was watching Mother Monster's sloppy bottoms try and be masked. I mean, I couldn't believe that.
But like over half of them, my face did not even flinch. I made a few smiles for a couple. But
I think this whole section was the same as when straight men pretend that they don't know what any item of makeup does and hold it like prehistoric tools.
But Barney, you do that all the time with straight stuff. Once I was
Straight stuff.
sort of talking about a pit stop, and you were like, "What's a pit stop?" It's like literally Drag Race is based on car racing. They have
never
the pit,
seen.
they have the pit crew. You must know.
I've
just from
never
your
seen.
years.
No, I've never seen a. Why would I ever watch drag racing?
No, but it's like straight men aren't here watching beauty.
But what is a pit?
It's just where they stop, where the pit crew come and change your tyres.
Sure.
Like, it's literally linked to Drag
Also,
Race.
look at your very binary understanding of what is masculine. Oh, what drag racing is masculine?
Yeah. And what makeup is feminine, is it? No, I had a guy liner. Mascara.
Mascara. Don't you stop that. You behave. You behave. But do you know what I mean? Literally, like, sort of like my brother, like, just like picking up like a mascara and like putting it on his cheek and being like, what does it even do? It's like you've never seen anyone put makeup on. Sure.
Yeah, literally the only ones that made me smile were Charitha, sure.
Charitha.
Scarlett, Crystal, who actually made me feel sick, and Charity.
Vanity's felt way too real. I have known him. I have loved him. That man. What can't Crystal do? I hear you ask. Well, I think we found something. Mask.
Her face gave me nightmares. It's like some spotty little prepubescent boy selling you like base speed at the squat party.
Yeah, very that. Kitty's was destroying me. It felt very much, rather than Mask, it felt very much sort of hot single girls in your area. I was really looking forward to her being this gross builder, but then when she did the like squeaky voice, that kind of not turned me off because I was not turned on, but I wish she had done a more blokey character. But I mean, that was her joke. So. Shout out to River's presentation, which felt less like a dating profile and more like a sort of gripping psychosexual tale of loneliness and desire.
He looked like he was like Dennis Nielsen's apprentice or something.
Exactly, very that. Eleva Day felt like if the app was sponsored by Burton's. Not into that at all.
And not about that HD zoom in on the butt crack, honey. We saw everything.
Bits of toilet paper, old poppers. We saw it all. Were you surprised at Scarlett winning? Because didn't she just shout and swear?
When I watched it the first time, I thought she was obviously going to win. But then the second time, I didn't find it as funny.
No, but cute for her. Either they're skimping on the...
Oh, she's little Miss Minnie Anna Main this week.
Yeah, Minnie Anna Main. Yeah, I thought that was like a name. Then she's Miss Minnie Anna Main.
It is. Well, it's Willem's joke. It is.
Oh, cute. Either they're skimping on the lecky bill or Scarlett has anemia. Because did you clock the purple hands?
I did not.
When they were like, congratulations, she held her hands up and they were just like drained of all blood.
I mean, how big is that human? She's very tall but very thin. She's like a Freddy Spaghetti. I'm surprised any blood circulation gets round.
And then we trot into the Maxi Challenge, which is to serve 2 campy looks, which first up is Happy Camper and the second is Campfire Couture.
Can I just say,
please,
the term outfit was actually coined by myself, Anita Wynn and James Flames back in the early 2010s.
Not to be confused with Auschwitz.
No, that's why I said outfit. Can't believe RuPaul, after all these years, has finally decided to steal it. Nasty.
That's very him, though, isn't it? The unconventional materials literally looked impossible to work with.
Yeah,
like sometimes they're literally just like, okay, we have given you 10 buckets of molten lava and some live raccoons. The category is ball gown. Go. Yeah.
I was very into this kind of US Drag Race season 2 energy of just the ransacking, though.
You love a bit of violence, though,
I hate
don't
it
you?
when they're sort of polite girls. It's like, no, you fight. Yeah, Scarlett had the right idea. Just pull down the set. When in doubt, fuck it up.
Did you clock Scarlett's patchy little pubic hair beard that was actually 3D, made of synthetic fibres, I imagine? I didn't notice it in the Find Her thing, but then later on, didn't clock the beard.
Not know.
Oh my God, it was absolutely disgusting.
How do you think you would have done with all of these weird materials?
Well, judging by the look of it and the products that they give on the runway, not that great. No. But can I just say, I didn't clock this before, but Ella used a fluorescent jacket to make a jacket.
No, wasn't it like a ground sheet or something?
No, she made the dress out of I didn't notice this the first time around, but she made the dress out of a blanket, like a ground blanket.
Well, it's like a picnic blanket.
And the fluorescent thing was a jacket. She says it at the beginning. She's like, and I've got these 2 fluorescent jackets.
They wouldn't have given stuff that's already actually clothes.
It was like a rain jacket. She says it in the thing.
Don't make me go back and watch it a third time just to prove you wrong. I can't do it. I won't.
Can I say something? It's been a really powerful time for black representation this week with both Jessie Nelson and Raven.
Absolutely.
When she entered, at this point, there is absolutely no fucking excuse for Raven, who is of Russian heritage, to be on our screens whilst in her Rachel Dolezal out era. It blows my mind. Like,
especially because last time we saw her, she had toned it down. So it's like she turned it back up for England. She's been seeing the shavs on the TikTok. Yeah. I just can't believe they wouldn't give the gals a fucking heads up that Raven's coming in and they've still got blacked out teeth. Like, when Charity was talking to Raven, I was just like, oh no.
Yeah, I know. And you know that Crystal was screwing. That she was, I haven't even been able to put some coral blush on the temples. No. But I imagine she probably did. She sure came diving in her bag.
I really liked, obviously, I am not partial to a blue or a green lip in life.
Are you about to say that you love the lip?
No, but I liked how she had kind of like all the different colours over her whole face. I was very into that. It's very subtle, very nice.
All the different colours?
Yeah, she had...
What do you mean?
She had sort of all different colours all over her face. I don't know what to tell you. Like, the colour on the lip, colour on the cheek, colours on the eye, but they're all like sort of primary multi-colours.
Okay, sorry, I was just thrown off by
the dark teak,
the dark teak staining of her skin.
But why does she always wear these shit dresses?
Why does she wear them wigs?
I mean, the wig
helmet wig on her giant head.
I can pass by because it looks sleek and like her head looks gorgeous. But it's like, why are you wearing these like nothing dresses?
Yeah, the very House of CB with no body.
Just nothing, innit?
Her being RuPaul's makeup artist and parading around the workroom several shades darker than him, and him like celebrating it, being like, oh, the magic of Raven, just really legitimizes it. And it's like, it's so, I was going to say it's so dark. That's not the right phrase. But it's really fucking gross. But I guess now that they have kicked off The Only Woman, maybe they're trying to bring up the diversity quota with more POCs.
Maybe because they have got rid of the only black person now as well, haven't they?
No.
Oh, good, yeah. Oh, Monica.
Also, notice how she doesn't go do Down Under. Maybe she doesn't feel safe there.
Maybe.
As a POC.
What did you think about River keeping her tips and tricks to herself and not helping Crystal very much?
Absolutely, 100%. Loved the energy. I thought,
you don't want an Aja Baby All Stars 3 situation.
Exactly, and I thought actually that not only is it very smart, but it's also very smart to be very open about it in your interview and to them. Yeah. Do you know what I mean? Rather than people turn around and be like, oh, she's so shady, like whatever. She was just like, no, I'm not going to help you too much because you've already got 2 badges. And then be like, why would I help her? But I like her. Do you know? I thought that was all very skillfully done.
Do you know who I don't think likes Crystal?
Who?
Scarlett.
I mean, I get it.
And like, even when she's doing her runway later with the arrow, she's like, that one's for you, Scarlett. I mean, Crystal. Oh, sorry. I get those two confused so much. Every time I go to write the word Crystal, I write Scarlett. And then I write Crystal with a C.
Yeah.
So it's tough.
I was so excited to hear Charity say that this challenge is right up my street. I thought, a designer, a couturier. Finally, this is up her street. Little did we know. Scarlett's ease in talking to Raven and RuPaul as well is very, we always talk about this, but like you can clock the winners by how just relaxed they are. It's like they're catching joke. They're just
I'll say
chatting.
now though, I'll be surprised if she wins.
Why?
I don't know.
The jawline.
No, wow. I wouldn't go on her physical features.
I wouldn't be surprised at all. I think she has all the makings of a winner. I think she's gorgeous, and I think she's talented.
I think she's a bit too green.
But not Veronica Green.
No.
From the House of Green. They all seem very skilled at sewing this season. They're all like, a lot of them are like, yeah, I sew, which is not... and even, as we'll see, the people that don't sew don't really do that fucking badly. They can still sew. Do you know what I mean? Like, we haven't really got a storyline of anyone that's like, I have never learnt to sew.
I have never.
There was a close-up on both Scarlett Harlot's and Veronica Green's hands, and I nearly vomited. Why won't they give these girls a nail brush?
Grubby little trotters.
Grubby little hands. Couldn't believe it. Don't worry, we'll put a picture up on the pod. Both of them this time. I thought, this is a pandemic within the studio.
Pandemics on demics on demics.
Exactly.
Going back to Chazza, how sad that one mistake, or not even a mistake necessarily if it's not your fault, if someone is just one thing, one night can just like stay with you forever and ever.
I know. And
so shit.
I don't necessarily think that it is the diagnosis of it, but it was like hearing her say that like someone took advantage of me. But we don't have adequate sex education. We don't have an adequate... I mean, this is what homophobia does, like pushing people... it's just, yeah, I mean, this literally broke my heart. Kicked me in the gut. And I feel like we're very like used to like the yarsification of every single subject. You know, it's like how to be a sexy ally to like whatever. But like this was like, oh, won't fucking UK Drag Race do it again? Having like really important conversations that this felt so mature and so strong as a topic, hearing Charity talk about it. The way they spoke about their diagnosis and living with HIV, I just fucking love them.
And I'm sure, like, obviously TKB told us all about this on All Stars, but most of sort of people who've just started watching Drag Race probably don't watch the Americans and stuff. And I would bet that most people, if you ask them about AIDS, they would think, oh yeah, you get it, that means you can spread it to people, you're going to die, and everyone you have sex with is going to die. I'm pretty sure like that is the majority of people's
and the
thing.
people that contract HIV or AIDS are unhealthy, and it's like that's absolutely not. And I think what's so great about the UK is it's representing the actual queer community and positioning discussions as naturally as they occur within our everyday life. It's not like, oh, go and talk to them about transmission rates. It's like, it's just a person that's living with HIV talking about the reality of it.
Well, do you know what I'm finding very produced though?
What?
All the girls taking it in terms to be like, oh, do you know what? It's time to get this drag off, ladies. It was Charities at the top of this one. We had Ella last week. It's just like, okay, who's going to get to say it this time?
Can I just say though, when Charity said, there is lots of good things about me and Charity is just one of them, my heart broke. I just thought, there's a million gorgeous things about you. Oh, just absolutely love them. Should we take a little break?
Can I just say one more thing before
and then we'll
we
take
do?
A little break.
And then
So
we'll break. If you can hold those cheeks together.
Oh, you say one last thing.
I thought it was so funny that Vanity wanted to avoid silver as to not remind the judges of what happened last week. But she doesn't mind, A, wearing the exact same wig, and B, making her whole outfit the same colour as the wig, which was the distraction, not the silver jumpsuit. It was your orange wig, Vanny. Mental.
I mean, listen... It's a complicated situation, but we'll talk about it over the break.
Summer's almost over, but we reckon you can squeeze in a couple more camping trips with your loved ones before the end of the year. And what's this new favourite camping accessory you're going to need? A Truffle Pig Wig, and let me tell you why.
With the dangerously high hairspray content, Truffle Pig Wigs will make fantastic fire kindling.
Their dense size means they're perfect for batting away midges, mosquitoes, and even small children.
Purchase a double stack for a handy-dandy on-the-go pillow.
Caught short? Why not turn your wig upside down and use it as a porta potty?
The original commode.
The possibilities are endless.
Don't be caught short this camping season. Buy yourself a Truffle Pig Wig for all your camping needs.
Please welcome back to the stage, Miss Georgie Shaw.
And you hit that roll, Luke. Come on now. She is the original anti-vaxxer. It's Miss Doubt Pfizer. Oh, I hold my hands up. I did steal that off Twitter, but
wow.
It was good enough too. We have RuPaul enter, and doesn't she look gorgeous in that chartreuse? No?
Nothing of note.
Oh, I thought I just love the colour. I love it on the girls, love it on the dolls, love it on the divas. It really reminds me of, have you seen Burlesque?
I have.
When Christina Aguilera comes out in that gorgeous chartreuse Vivienne Westwood dress.
I can't remember.
Oh,
all I remember is...
it's a real moment, Luke. It's a real moment. Tough lover! I need it! Yeah, that was unnecessary to do it in the mic. Sorry to all headphone listeners. Nicola Coughlan is just cute as a button, isn't she? Did you know who she was before?
I thought she was from Derry Girls. I've not seen it.
Derry
I just
Girls.
assumed.
Just all Irish actresses. Must be from Derry Girls. Yeah, into it. I love to see guest judges who adore the show.
Yeah. Although, yeah, it's a tough line though, isn't it? Because if you're giving me Stacey Dooley, you're trying too hard. But yeah, she was cute. Although,
rule of thumb: don't give Stacey Dooley.
Oh yeah,
yeah.
Although when she did the "Would you pull that crap with a net?" I was like, you can't just copy RuPaul's ones from season 2.
Oh, I thought that was so meta. I thought, here she is,
Rue didn't
coming
laugh
on
at that,
the
though.
show.
She's got a half chocolate Shelley, but Rue
coming
didn't
on the
laugh.
show, already using jokes that I just thought. It shows that she absolutely fucking loves the show, and she did a very emotional Instagram post saying that just like it's her number one favourite show, and she it was one of the best moments of her whole life, and that's what I want to see for guest judges. Not fucking like, oh, here's so and so from another BBC Three programme that you've never heard of and who's never seen
Give
the
me
show
Leslie
before.
Jones or fuck off.
Yeah, it's Leslie. What's Leslie Jones's Instagram name? It's like Les Dog.
Yeah, Les Dog.
Love
About
her.
3 S's.
Let's talk runway theme, girls. We have two categories. The first up is Happy Campers. And then our second one is Campside Couture. Lukey, tell me about what you would do for Happy Campers.
I found this category quite hard.
Same.
You don't want to be a girl guide like literally everybody else
I wouldn't.
on the runway.
Even if there was no one being a girl
No.
guide, I wouldn't want to be one.
So I had 2 options.
Okay.
The first would be kind of based on like a Carmen Miranda type silhouette, which I feel like I've gone to more than once in this.
Like Teresa at the Attitude Awards, Gay Times Awards. Did you see her in that lovely sort of like gold, you know, your 80s gold dress? It was like that, and she had a lovely sort of Carmen headdress on.
I guess so. I did not see.
Very cute.
So yeah, where the fabric is like red and white picnic gingham with a little mini picnic basket on my head with maybe like little potato salad coming out or something.
Okay.
But first I thought that feels very Manila, and then I was thinking, no, she did spaghetti. But then did Utica do a picnic with like big ants? Yeah.
But also, how is that camping?
Have a picnic when you're camping. Where do you eat?
Okay.
That's the thing. I ain't been camping. I've been to festivals, but so then my other option would
She's
be
a hotel
kind
girl.
of like a Heidi High style yellow coat, what are they called? Holiday park kind of thing, but then just
a
like
holiday rep.
tailored to cunt, basically. So it'd be like nod to that, but not at all.
TTC.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, I'm into it. I also found this a complete category. I did not enjoy it at all. I would go for it'd be a real step out of my box. Everyone would be very surprised for me. I would go for sort of tragic camper day 4 of Boomtown, like matted wig with feathers in, maybe a festy tail, mermaid leggings covered, and I'd be like head to toe covered in mud, and I'd just give you like
that's the thing. Like with
I'd give you like a full
Veronica,
character.
I don't think Happy Campers, the Great Outdoors, is festival.
But I mean, it could be. It's as much as fucking picnic. Let me have it, Luke. It's all. It took me about 10 minutes to come up with something. Tell me about Campside Couture. What would you be serving?
I don't know. I didn't have the
You didn't
materials.
You didn't think?
Well, I didn't know. Like, if you haven't got the stuff, how would you know what you would make?
Sure. I just was looking at other people's, and I was thinking, what I would probably the thing that I would run to, which would probably be a huge mistake, but I'd probably go for all the different coloured ropes and try and utilise that and make sort of like a shibari inspired like fetish outfit out
You
of it.
reckon you'd be able to do that respectfully, technically correct?
I didn't say anything about being respectful.
Wow.
I didn't say anything about being technical. Are you new to this channel? Well, not like actual shibari, because bitches don't know how to knot, you know?
Well, exactly. There's like, would you want to homage something that if it's not done right is considered disrespectful potentially?
Well, no, because it wouldn't be shibari. It wouldn't even be
So
referenced.
you're giving us Vanity Milan rope on a corset? with
No,
hot glue?
no. I'd be giving you sort of like more like drapes of rope over the sort of forearm, like very
Military.
No, like
Libertines.
I'd be like draping it.
Cheryl
much more.
Cole, fight for this love.
Exactly. I can see that you've seen my mood board. No, I'd be like draping the rope. I wouldn't be like just like gluing it onto the corset. I'd like make a dress out of it and like use it draping. Think much more Boxy Mandrews doing with all her sweets.
With your big old hips hanging out.
Yeah, something. My big old hips. The body shaming is
You'd be
rife.
lucky to have Roxy's big old hips.
Exactly. I'm just straight down. I am the original, the OG Boxy Mandrews. Should we talk runway then?
Yeah.
Okay, first up, for Happy Campers, we have Crystal Versace coming out in Emerald Scout.
Well, damn. I don't think I'm ever going to stop being wowed by her face when she comes round. I thought this was just so simple but so gorgeous, just like lovely 50s beautiful scout woman.
Do you know what it really reminded me of? It really reminded me of Fame in the Comedy Challenge. You know, when she just came out, she had like a dark sort of jewel tone on and that gorgeous black hair, and it was like, well, damn, an angel walks among us.
Yeah.
Gorgeous colour on her. But I will say it did feel a bit plain. I don't mind that it was plain, but that was my first look. It didn't like, I was like, okay, it's plain. But
I think that's what kind of like when you see like Kitty's necks, I feel like, oh, I much preferred the just
yeah, I mean,
gorge.
I did love it. Was it dark green hair as well? I think it was.
Really? I thought it was black.
I think there was like, maybe it was just the lighting, but there was like one shot where I looked at it and I thought maybe it's one of them.
Green blacks.
Yeah, like a how's your head sort of like jewel tone, like, you know, the blacks with the strands through. Absolutely loved it. How many truffles?
8.
Yeah, I gave it 8 too. Thought it was gorgeous. Next up, we have Kitty Scott Claus serving Kitty Scott Lost Girl Guide. Thoughts?
I liked the Barbara Windsor reference.
any ode to
FYI,
Babs.
Babs is the name of our Truffle Pig mascot.
Yeah.
Babette, though, not
Which
Barbara.
we both actually have tattooed on our forearm, which was a bold choice.
Since we hate each other and
Yeah,
we're about to liquidise the company.
I like to liquidise your company.
I couldn't get past those knee socks. I really, really hate knee socks. Maybe because I hate my calves, but I just think like so unflattering. It's a real shame to come after Crystal because it was probably more accurate, but just not as gorge.
It was, I didn't need gorge from it because it was an ode to Babs. So I just thought, like, this is just fucking stupid, isn't it? I actually really loved it.
What did you give?
I gave it 7.
I gave
thought it was-
6.5.
I thought it was really fun.
You know that fun's 7 is I like the beat. If you think it's fun, it's got to be more than 7.
I just thought it was silly.
7.5.
7, okay. Next up, we have the effervescent River Medway serving you Avant-Garde Explorer. I thought that there was design elements there. I thought, maybe not for me, personally, but I thought there was design to it.
I actually loved it.
Yeah.
Thought it was very cool. I love a veil. Very original. Thank God not another girl guide. I sounded like River then. Very original. Oh, I've lost it now. That
Do you
weird
know-
Kent accent.
Do you know what I've really noticed, though? This is not a season for wigs.
It's not. It's really hard to get me zingers.
So many. Like, I would say like at least like 50% of every runway, they're not wearing a wig.
Disgusting.
But I
that's
just
why we
think-
didn't get the commissions, I guess.
I mean, we did, but they all got kicked out before. Unfortunately, obviously, we won't hot up who it was, but the commissions that we did have for Drag Race got kicked out before. It's very sad.
We've already told him that we've cursed the gals.
Yeah, any season 4 queens, do not come to us. So what did you think of the Avant-Garde Explorer?
I gave it 8 truffles.
8. I gave it 7. I loved it. Then next up, we have Charity Case giving Rabid Rabbit.
Love. I love the shoes.
It was,
see?
Yeah. It was demented and terrifying and hot. All my favourite things. I gave it a 9.
I wouldn't say it was hot. IMO.
It was the body that I thought, the airbrushed, hairy, dench body that I thought there's something psychosexual about this and I'm into it.
You're the psycho, I'm the sexual.
Yeah,
I gave it
bit of
8.5
both.
truffles.
Absolutely loved it. Next up, we have Charitha May serving blue fuzz. I didn't know what to write. I didn't know how to describe it. Blue fuzz.
Does it remind you of this picture of me?
That is Lukey Luck. She looks like she's been dipped in cum and then rolled in feathers.
Wow. I was actually probably
4 years old.
Yeah, very young girl. My mum
How
used to
are
be
you?
a
It's
stylist.
because you've never aged. It's terrifying. She's really
pre-nose job there as
living
well.
outside. Sure.
But yeah, my mum was a stylist, and once she came home with all of these feathers, so we did a little photo shoot. So I'll throw it in the
Tell them
pictures.
a little bit about the glorious life of Sophie Leward and about
I
how
really can't be
glam.
bothered. I'd rather talk about the
just,
drags.
Just about this, about her being a very fabulous stylist.
You tell them.
She was a fabulous stylist.
Well then.
Just in the 90s, just styling with Naomi and Kate and just giving the glam.
I mean, she was not. We went to a few fashion shows and I got to meet Naomi and Kate. Naomi, lovely, Kate, bitch, FYI.
That was a very fucking glam upbringing for...
Thank you. So I thought the feathers around the face were quite gorge, obviously. Reminded me of myself. And also the blue I thought was lovely on her. But I just didn't really know what was going on.
Listen, the red flags are there, but alas, I am colourblind.
Yeah.
I don't care.
But at least for you, she wasn't in another traditional Spanish
Exactly,
outfit.
that's the only thing I wrote. I think a non-traditional silhouette for her.
I went 6 truffles.
I went, oh my God, I looked at it and thought I put 8 then. I was like, you are crazy. I also put 6. I just love her. Scarlet Harlot serving Katniss Everdeen. Who's Katniss Everdeen?
From the Hunger Games. What's her name?
Jennifer Lawrence.
Yeah.
Jennifer Lawrence? Is that...
Yeah.
Who's Jennifer Lewis? I'm thinking of. Very different. Same energy. Katniss Everdeen Beyond Thunderdome, which to me, 2 references I don't really understand and 2 references I didn't think crossed over. They love to say...
Thunderdome is from...
The roller skating. Sure. But don't they always be like, oh, it's very Beyond Thunderdome, Mad Max. They're the other 2
Mad
that they
Max
love to...
Beyond, the Thunderdome is in Mad Max, and that's what Tina Turner
really?
sings the We Don't Need Another Hero from.
Tina Turner's in Mad Max?
She sings We Don't Need Another Hero. That's the song from Mad Max.
Is it? Wow. Okay.
So they do go together.
Like Batty Like Bench.
Exactly.
Okay, it's just references I don't get. But it was given... it was given very Gottmik for me. You know when Gottmik...
So rude.
No. The hair and everything was given very... You know when Gottmik came down in that sort of like
that
one-legged...
thing.
Yeah, with the little glasses. It was just the head, the wig was giving me Gottmik.
Fine, I'm
really
going to tell him. Tell my boyfriend.
I didn't get it. It seemed very out of pocket for me. But some things aren't meant for you.
I really don't like it, Kath.
I didn't like it. I love the gal. Love your chick. But didn't really vibe for me. 6.5.
I gave it a 6. It also was not. Next up, we have Vanity Milan serving aquatic camo.
I mean, I guess camo is camping. It does feel the brief. Yeah. I did really agree with Graham, though. Very what Eddie would wear camping.
Yeah, absolutely. I thought it was given very South London influencer at a very wet and soggy sort of V festival.
Or just like a really shit London festival where everyone's trying to pose. And it's
is
like...
V festival not a shit London festival? Where is it?
Oh, it used to be in Essex.
Oh, really?
Chelmsford.
Oh, yeah, of course. That makes sense.
Oh, yeah. I gave it 6 truffles.
Yeah, also gave it 6. Next up, we have Ella Vidae serving butterfly catcher.
But a flag catch, though. This was just way too Disneyland parade for me.
I literally wrote, this was too Disney gay for me.
But at least Disney have big hair, so now what?
Your move. Yeah, literally the only thing I wrote was this was too Disney.
Jesus, gross.
This was too Disney gay for me. The whole presentation, the hair as well, when they took off that Jumanji hat and then they had the little kiss curls underneath.
I mean, I'm sure it's very periody correct.
Periody.
What's the word? Periodically correct.
Periodical.
Sure.
I mean, period.
I'm sure the era is correct for the hair, but it's just... No, just horrible. I don't want to see fucking bloomers on Drag Race.
The bloomers. I think what I would love to see Ella positioned as is for her to feel current. You know, I kind of get the same with... Who were we complaining about in All Stars that this just kept on happening?
Pandora.
Yeah. Kind of like Ella just feels a bit old before her time. And she keeps... Even the things that she's saying later on when she's like, oh, I feel cool. Like, I feel young and I never feel that. It's like... Isn't she like 30?
Yeah, get young, hun.
Like, at least Pandora's like...
My dad's 71. He still feels like he's 17.
Exactly. So I would love to see her references feel a bit more current. And I just think that this one... I know obviously she was doing a period look, but it just didn't feel very cool. Sorry to say that.
Yeah.
I'm sorry to that man. That's what we need as a sound.
I gave 4 truffles.
4 truffles. I gave it 5. 4 is very low. As we will find out. Introducing Veronica Green, serving Sleepy Gal.
I feel like you need more than a coat and some wellies on RuPaul's main stage runway.
It's not giving, it's taking. I'm 4 truffles. What? Who was she in Merida?
5.
Merida cosplay.
It always looked like sort of little orphan Annie's got on the fucking bag and she ain't coming home for a long time.
I really, really did not like it.
I really hate it, Kathy.
I just also thought as well, like, right, let's open up the conversation once more about. She said later on at some point, she gave an interview, I think this week, where she was like, people are like, Veronica Green's been on Drag Race before. She's got all this money. She's got all blah, 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 blah. And she was like, I had 2 weeks to prepare.
Also, how's she going to have money? We were in a pandemic. She weren't touring.
Yeah, and she said that she was actually bankrupt. She said she didn't have like a single, I mean, bankrupt is probably a bit of an Amdram term, but like she didn't have a single penny to her name, and her boyfriend was actually like sustaining her. And she said that she was like in a really, really dire financial position when she agreed to go back on. And so
it does kind of, now looking back at like the Rochdale, is that where it was? The like the cotton outfit and stuff. Like now it's like, oh, okay, yeah, you had no money.
Yeah. So I just think that like this reads like bad. I hate to say it, but this look kind of to me just looked sort of like badly prepared. A bit of an afterthought. But I feel sad for her that these were the looks that, spoiler, she goes home on, because I didn't think that was representative of what she can do, and that just felt like a bit of a wah, wah.
It just felt like a neutral / dowdy version of her like gamer look with like the perm and the puffy thing. So at least that was bright.
Yeah. So,
but I still disliked Ella's more than this.
Yeah, I mean, Ella's was intentionally offensive.
I don't think it was.
It felt like a personal attack.
I gave V-Ron 5 truffles.
Okay. Oh, we swapped round. I actually gave him 4.
Him now as well. Wow.
Who?
I gave him 4.
Oh, Veronica.
Have you seen California? I think it's the first state to now they will not dead name people on their diplomas or something, which seems like the least thing you can do. But I saw it on
literally
They Them
out
or something.
here, actually, literal scraps, isn't it? It's like, thank you for not literally misgendering me at a really important time in my life.
Yeah.
Thank you. Let's move on to the next.
Campfire Couture.
Yeah.
I really enjoy the way that Vanity says. I can't even say that.
Couture.
Couture. She kind of says it. Couture. Yeah. Couture. Crystal giving me straight up fucking water nymph siren. Contrary to what I just said, I ain't even mad at this blue lip because she looks so like.
She's wearing a blue lip.
Yeah, like a metallic-y, darky blue. She just looks like a sexy. Like if you ignore the spikes, she looks like she could just be like rising out of the water.
Yeah.
Looking gorgeous.
That wig was plucked within an inch of its life. Like some of the front bits was so almost like getting into sort of like losing your hair territory. Like it looks so good on her. It was like, that is growing from your scalp. That was gorgeous. I liked that she was like, no other queen has done something like this. Actually, side by side, let's put what Aquaria wore. It's like that's 100% your inspiration, and straight away the nasty gaze of Twitter and Instagram.
Aquaria
and
the RuPaul's also got a spiky.
Yeah, it's like actually that's quite a known. And I think when Aquaria did it, everyone was like, "You're just copying RuPaul." So it's like you're a copy of a copy. But the face was so divine. Also, a change up of the makeup, different eye shape, gorgeous, and it was so simple. So. Again, when we're like, okay, do you always go for simplicity? Am I going to get a bigger moment from you? But I did think it was good.
Well, yeah, I don't want to like come down on her too bad because like it's a sewing challenge and she's not a sewer, so it's not obviously going to be wowing us in the way. You're
really giving her the gothy Kendall love.
I just don't want to hate her because she's beautiful, like you seem to.
I literally just gave her 8 and I'm about to give her 7. I don't hate her at all. I just think that, like I said last week, I keep on comparing her to Aquaria because they've got very similar energy to me. And I just think like her face is absolutely beautiful, but I don't really see the fashions matching up with that. And every single week you're like, oh my God, the face. Oh my God, the face. But I don't really think there's been one outfit that you've been like, that's been a great outfit.
No.
Well, exactly. So
I don't care.
But celebrating the face all day, every day.
Yeah, in terms of the outfit, like, yeah, it's a corset, but at least it had like 3D elements. It wasn't just stuff stuck on it. Like she created these spikes.
Definitely, I thought it was fun. I liked the beat.
I'll give it a 7.
I gave it a 7 too. Yeah.
Kitty Scott Claus. What are you saying?
Booberella quilted Jetson. Super cute. Bad construction, but just super cute. I just really like her energy, and I like that she's not trying to serve you cunty pop star. She's just serving you camp stupidness. I liked it. I gave it 6.
I found the skin tone on the tights very distracting.
They do love a strange off-neutral.
The breastplate was like so perfect, like it keeps you in it, but then you've got these weird yellow legs.
But what was weird is that when she then later on in backstage, then her breastplate looks really off. On the main stage, I was like, absolutely perfect. Couldn't clock it. But then, then when she goes in and it's like, okay, so they must have, I reckon they must, we need to find this out. They must give them like a dry run on the stage to be like, is your makeup matching?
Of course they fucking don't. They don't want people to come out perfect because then you have nothing to critique them on.
They must do. They must get one thing. I don't know. Because again, also what I noticed is that later on, there was 2 girls, I can't remember who it was, where their face was, it was Crystal and maybe not Scarlett. 2 girls whose face was like a completely different colour to their body. But then when they went back on the runway, seamless.
Well, yeah, because they've got proper stage lights in there, and backstage it's just
but that's what I mean. There must be some correlation between them. Like maybe someone said to them, like maybe they get a dress rehearsal or whatever, and Raven, I don't know, someone has been like, you should probably go harder on your contour because we're completely losing you or something. Do you know what I mean?
What does Michelle have to do if not
just
complain about people's makeup?
Appropriate Latin culture. I don't know.
I don't think there's a chance in hell they'd give them a little helping hand like that.
I just thought well then it's very, very smart. Maybe they've spoken to previous people on it who've said amp it up. I
gave Kitty 6.5 truffles.
Cute. Yeah.
It wasn't really giving me anything.
Okay. Some things aren't for you.
No. River Medway.
Medway Airlines.
Super cute, look gorgeous, cute. Cute hair, cute hat.
In the same vein as Crystal, very simple, very chic.
Love the presentation.
Classic. Yeah, his interview was absolutely killing me as well on the presentation.
And it's just a little mini ding at the end.
Exits here.
7.5 truffles I gave.
I gave it 7.
Chazza Kaza.
7. Backless Circus Babe. I don't have enough time to talk about how much I love this. Construction was absolutely insane. They are so talented. They are the moment. I gave it 10 truffles.
I gave it 9.5.
Why the halfie?
Because
I
didn't make an audible noise when she came around the corner. I really liked it, but I wasn't like, oh my God. Or
I just think that, again, we'll get into this later, but there literally is absolutely no fucking reason why someone who really constructed an entire garment from found materials that were incredibly hard to work with, and there is so much construction to what they did, and also think how harder it is to give half of an outfit. Do you know what I mean? Like, because you haven't even got the pull of going round the body or like whatever. Like, it was so clever, it was so good, it was conceptual, and both of them was. And why don't we just ignore them for the whole season? Like, mental. So that's why I gave it a 10, because I just thought it's real art going on there.
As a girl living in a misogynistic world,
hello, and office,
it is hard for me to see body hair and be like, oh, gorgeous.
Wow.
But I didn't, to be honest, Charity's hairy legs didn't put me off as much as they might have.
Okay. So what you're saying is when you see on the main stage the girls with the hairy legs, you can't see glamour, you can't see beauty.
Yeah, it sort of makes it seem a bit grubby. And
would you say that extends to the many queens that you know that wear facial hair in drag?
It depends. If the facial hair is kind of coiffed, I think it's just because leg hairs look a bit just like crazy and puby, don't they?
Season 1 Crystal would like to have a word as well.
Yeah. Well, I did find her chest distracting, I must say.
Did you? As someone that has a very limited body hair, I can't imagine how annoying it is though. Like, I know
I'm sure.
I know people that have to get into drag that have to veet from head to toe.
Who is it that has to like shave their arse every day? I can't remember, they were talking about it.
Anton from Love Island, and his mum does it.
No, someone on Drag Race. I want to say like Ariel Versace or something. No, but she has to cover up all of her crazy freckles. Not crazy, all of her multiple freckles. I meant crazy the amount, not the thing.
I mean, I can't even imagine. I get pissed off enough when I'm like, oh, for God's sake, I've got to shave. Like, a tiny, like, I don't even have any facial hair really. Like the thought of then being like every single time veting in the shower from like ear to asshole, like, can you imagine?
I can't be bothered to shave my legs if
I know
they're
now
not getting
that
out.
it's gone into October, it's like, may they never see a razor until next April. Yeah, I don't feel that at all, and I actually didn't even notice that they had hairy legs. But I do get where you're coming from, because misogyny has given us very dated ideals of what femininity and glamour look like.
Chorizo.
We move. Madam X, I think you mean. I will not hear a single negative word against my angel. So
No, she's given me a character. She's given me Dark Lady. I wasn't mad at the dress.
no, me neither.
I liked it. I liked the beat.
Definitely, I thought it was fun. I liked the beat.
I mean, we'll get into it, but like, I thought the dress looked well constructed. I thought she had a character, everything conceptual, great.
Yeah,
I gave her 7.
Same 7.
Okay.
Scarlet Harlot.
Blanket Princess.
I just couldn't believe how fucking tall she looked. So crazy. Very much like an office girl at a party.
Yeah.
In the actual dress.
The dress was a little swipe up for my Dorothy Perkins code.
Yeah.
For me.
But I thought as a sort of like an image, if you kind of blur the thing, like, it is quite striking. Looks so, it's like so tall and long and thin. But yeah, maybe if the dress of the blanket was a different plaid, it would have looked a bit more chic.
Just remember, for our conversation in a couple of minutes, just remember what you said. As a vision, tall and long and thin. That's what you took from it. Just remember that. I gave her 6.
I gave her 7.
Okay.
Vanity Milan.
By her own words, a tribal African princess.
Thoughts?
I'm looking at you. You're looking at me. The corset didn't seem to be pulling her in much, which I thought I would have really gone. I think maybe it's the rope that bulked it out. But
yeah,
then,
it's like if you're going to put thick rope on your waist, you need to then make your hips bigger to keep the ratios the same.
it made her silhouette a bit blocky, which I didn't love
Blocky
for her.
Mandrews.
But what I did love is that colour hair with her skin and the blue eyeshadow. I thought that was all really working for me.
I gave it 6 truffles.
I also gave it 6 truffles. But yeah.
Ella Vidae.
Coachella, ?
I think the honeys are confused about what Coachella. I mean, I've never been, so maybe I should shut up.
Like, you
I'm
don't
confused.
understand Coachella as someone who's never been. She said, I feel sexy, young and cool.
I felt like maybe like the coat was quite cool. Like it was kind of just like a big oversized kind of thing.
Need I stress again that it was a coat to begin with?
I feel like I'm going to have to double check that.
You absolutely can, because I did not clock it the first time, and it was just when she said it the second time I had to rewind it, and I was like, what? It was a coat. Mental.
Yeah, but the combo, neon and the tartan, it's not really.
I just can't believe she wouldn't have been called out, because it's like, because it was a coat, I cannot believe if they gave a coat in it that someone wouldn't have been like, have you made a coat out of that coat? It just blows my mind. That's the sort of thing that someone would go home for normally. That they'd be like, what the fuck? Like
if
you
she's,
really
like,
came down the
used
runway.
the back to create sleep. Like, if she hasn't used any of what it's for as what it's for, then that's fine, I guess. If it's just like she's like taken it all apart and remade it.
I doubt.
But if she's like using like the arms and the seams and shit.
Well, yeah, I
crazy.
100% believe she would have used the sleeves. But also as well, like, there was no cohesion between, first of all, like, Coachella, what, you couldn't have given me a basic bitch floral crown or whatever?
What, you couldn't have given me a Native American headdress?
Exactly. Yeah, I mean, it was so uncohesive to me. Like, and the hair as well, we've seen that hair, and it was just like
That's
blonde.
a different hair, it's smaller.
But we've seen that style, it's just blonde.
Cute though, I like it.
Just yeah. I mean, it is nice hair. She has all of her hair is nice, but like, it was just blonde. Like, again, there was nothing in the hair that said Coachella. If that's what she was going for, it's nothing like, I don't know. It was just like there was, and then the dress as well. The tartan didn't match up. Like the seams didn't match up of the lines, which is like a big no for me. I didn't get it.
No.
Tartan dress to Coachella, no. I gave it 5.
I gave it 6.
Okay.
And finally was Veronica Green. Go.
Face looked beautiful.
Yeah,
I thought.
that's what I thought as well.
I just thought the look didn't feel very finessed. Is that fair?
Well, yeah, she's literally said she wasn't able to finish
Yeah.
it. I thought it was really true what Graham said as well. It's like, this is multicoloured, but it looks so dull and sad. Like, it's not vibrant.
Someone said, I saw on Twitter something that was like, the nerve of RuPaul to frack right on Veronica's forehead. It just, I don't know. I know this is not what she was going for at all, but this whole look, like Graham said, I just felt really sad for her. It just felt like a bit like, I don't know, with the look before, that she wasn't coming back and giving what needed to be given.
No, and like those wings, like, yes, you've got kite, but it's like, they're just like, it looks like a kite. It doesn't look like you've made them into nice butterfly wings. It just looks...
Yeah, it wasn't for me. I gave it a 5.
I gave it a 5.
Because I thought the face looked good. And then we'll move swiftly into the zinger and the minger of the week. What was your zinger?
My zinger had to be Crystal's first wig, just dark and lovely. How I like it.
Oh, I've got my zinger and my minger written down the wrong way, and I was like, would I have thought that was a zinger? My zinger was Scarlett's Joan Jett shaggy mullet, because it reminded me of Gottmik.
Sure.
And I really liked Gottmik's. I feel like it probably wasn't as well done, but I liked it because it reminded me of the baby. The minger.
It's going to have to be Veronica's Festival Annie wig.
Me too. I literally just Veronica's little orphan Annie number.
So, our safe queens this week are Kitty, River and Charity. Not cool.
Not fucking cool. Charity, just safe. That's ridiculous.
Based on my calculations for the 2 runways, my top 3 in order would be Charity, River, then Crystal. And my bottoms, working from the bottom to the third bottom, sure. Veronica, Ella and Vanity.
My tops would be River, Charity and Crystal. That was the same as yours. And my bottoms would be Ella, Veronica and someone else who would also be a bottom. But yeah, I mean, I cannot believe, to me, Charity should have won. That's like, Charity is the only person I think that had like 2 looks that were outstanding. So absolutely fucking mental. Like, and why do they critique like like missing out that Ella is like basically made nothing? And that then they're not like, fuck the construction. If this is a design challenge that they didn't say anything about the construction. I mean, obviously she wasn't there to.
Well, yeah, like they probably just assumed that she, like everyone else, had just stuck some yellow gingham on a pre-made corset rather than she's made her own.
But they
corset.
didn't. It was half like I think maybe that was a reason why she did do half a dress, because it was like it couldn't have physically been. Do you know what I mean? Like, you couldn't have told. She had to have constructed that garment. There's no way that she could have just stuck it to an undergarment because her back and her butt were out.
Well, no, but you can still stick fabric to the corset and then stick a skirt on the corset.
No, because her back was out. That's what I'm saying. Like, it couldn't have been. She couldn't have had any underneath structure because her whole back and butt was out, and an underneath structure would have to go the whole.
I need to see a picture. I thought she had
the whole way
corset
round
straps on the back.
No, it was
because she's
just
done them yellow.
It was just the whole back was out.
Hey, Huns.
Hey, girls.
We've been doing some receipt watching up on the iPlayer, and can confirm, yes, Ella has used 2 raincoats for her thing.
She says, I've got 2
but
raincoats.
we are still agreeing to disagree regarding Charity's
I'm heavily disagreeing.
outfit. I just don't think Barney's ever worn a proper corset, so he doesn't know what he's talking about.
You are. First of all, we weren't actually specifically talking about corsets. We were saying about undergarments.
No,
I was like,
reel it back. I'm talking about the corset the whole time.
She has skin. Do we agree that on the back she has her whole? You can see visibly that her whole back skin is out.
Yeah, but that just depends how tight you lace the corset.
I mean, what would a corset be doing if you had the entire back exposed?
Maybe it's small for her. Like that's like that is a thing. You can't say anything. I'm from the burlesque world. I overrule.
I don't think you wore a corset when you were doing burlesque.
I did. So there you go. Where are we?
It's
Untucked. Although, actually, one thing to say about the deliberations, the criticos. Just love Teresa. Her ramblings of a mad ham. Just non-stop.
She's really using every single second on stage that she has, which I really like. I was like, she's vamping, Your Honour. Like,
yeah, because if she knows I'm a personality queen, like, let them see it.
I only clocked the Michelle Lamy blackened hands in the critique as well.
The reddened hands.
No, the blackened hands on Veronica.
Oh, sure, because Charitha had red claw painted on gloves up to like just below the elbow.
Okay, bitch. Nicola was in tears before Veronica was even crying. Love her. Just love obviously how much it means to her. And, right, okay, this is what I wanted to open up the floor to. Why the fuck is Scarlet Harlot's elevated compared to Charitha? They both made a gown out of a blanket. They both made a fitted gown. She's panelled the bottom, and it has like a detail on the bottom, and it had it also had a neckline. It had like a high neckline and box sort of sleeve. Like, it was visually as interesting as Scarlet Harlot's, if not more. And she'd also accessorized the entire thing. She had the eye patch, she had the belt, she had her little owl thing. Like, the reason why they were like, oh, gorgeous, is because Scarlet's thin, and that they think that thin clothes, like you said, visually she looks tall and thin, and it's like just this age-old thing that, like, because Charitha's not like a 6 foot size 6, that they're like, oh my god, it looks so fashionable, it looks so gorgeous, when actually the dresses were basically the same, but Scarlett's thin and tall, so they're like, wow.
I think it's probably more just to do the presentation as well. Like, Charitha came out like giving us like a character which you could say is a bit more like hammy, whereas what's her face?
Sorry, are we a drag queen show?
It was just kind of like floating very ethereally down the runway, and just like very just kind of like plain, and just like I think it was a lot more like the outfit. All you can see on her is the outfit. Like, Charitha was selling you a story and stuff. There's more to it, but all you can see on her is just outfit.
She was literally in a nude pump and a flat wig.
Were you going to tell Cher about her flat wigs?
No, because
there's nothing wrong with a long centre parting.
Yeah, but Cher's a human hair unit. Hers wasn't getting caught up on the back of her blanket dress.
I didn't see
that.
I'm
looking at you. I'm looking Camp right in the eye. I like Scarlett, and I actually liked the presentation as well, if you'd like to refer back to my truffles. But it's just, they kept on comparing it. I was like, first of all, they're like, why are you doing this? And it's just, I don't know, there wasn't anything about Scarlett's to rave about over Charitha's, but they kept on comparing it, and I was like, just talk about the body type.
I think if you're going to talk about them, you need to throw Ella's into the mix as well then.
I'd rather not.
Well, there you go.
Yeah, so I was not loving that. But then we head backstage for Untucked.
Not sure why Kitty thought that her look was so much better than River's.
I know, she felt very on a uppity high horse there, didn't she? I just love Charitha's refusal to listen to the critiques. She's like, I'm a bad bitch.
Yes,
I feel amazing. It's like, yeah, you fucking go. What about, again, we get another snipe of Scarlet Harlot being so direct.
Didn't Graham also say, though, that you're getting a bit...
You're boring.
Yeah, Graham was actually bored. Actually, he hated it. Just so funny. It was like, don't you get too fucking comfortable. She's like, that win is mine, bitch. Does it mean that someone is not your mate to point out that your outfit is quite off the rack? She was like, I thought she was my mate. I was like, I mean, it is off the rack. Like, at least, like...
Yeah, but I wouldn't expect my mate to use me as an example to basically make herself feel better.
You should expect me to do it, though, yeah.
That's why we ain't friends. What did you think of Charity's question to Crystal as to whether she wins, would she deserve it with all the help she got? And what did you think of Crystal's answer?
Interesting. I thought, I'm so fucking frustrated at the whole Charity situation that I get it, and that she was sitting there and she's like, fuck, I'm here again. I don't feel like I'm making my mark. Like, people, I think of all the queens, people expected the most from Charity, because they are so well known for creativity, and this is a world stage for it. So I think that was just like literally coming from their own frustration, I think. But I think Crystal handled it quite well. I think actually, really, to Crystal's credit, I think actually they've shown real, like, they've answered questions about things really well in these first 3 episodes. I can't remember what the other time was, but there was another time when I was like, that was a good way to... I think it was about like the dance challenge. Like, you remember how they handled it, of being like, look, I'm really not very good, but I'm going to try really hard. And it was like, it seemed very humble and very... And I thought that was quite a good response to it as well, being like, I've tried really hard, and if I win, then I win. Yeah. But she wasn't like, fuck you, gay boys. Like, do you know what I mean? I thought, what did you think?
It was a fair question and a very fair answer. Yeah. And I think as well, like in all series, we've seen people ask for help, especially in the sewing challenge. And I think if someone gives someone else help and you're not involved in it, it's really not your place to have anything. Like, if the person who helped doesn't mind losing some of their time to help someone else out, then that's that's their issue, and you shouldn't need to worry.
That's why
yourself
what
with
River
it.
did was so good. Because River was like, I don't have time. I love you, but I don't have time to help you. I need to. So, and I think as well, like, where does the sisterhood come from? This is also coming from someone that would desperately need help in the sewing challenge. I would be like, I would not even help, but I would definitely be coming from Crystal's perspective of being like, do you think this looks good? Do you think I should do this? And everyone would be like, fuck off, do your own work. So, but yeah, I definitely think that was a tough. And can I just say, I just love Nicola so much as a judge, so warm and so giving. I just thought, great gal.
No, you're not allowed. We're going to bleep that out in the edit.
Then we head on to the lip sync. Scarlett was already smiling before she was told. It was psychotic and I absolutely loved it. Like, as soon as Crystal went, she was like looking down like fucking Jack Nicholson in The Shining and was just like, and it was like, Scarlett Harlan. She was already like...
How did she win though when no one really liked her first outfit? Mad.
Yeah, and not even the second one being that remarkable. They weren't... It was weird because when she went back in, she was like, oh my God, my second outfit, they gagged. It was like...
I mean, they kind
Did
of.
they?
They obviously did. Who do you think of the top three that was chosen by RuPaul? Who do you think should have won?
Out of Crystal, Scarlett, and who was the third?
I don't know. I was hoping you'd remember.
Was it Ella?
No, Ella was safe.
Okay.
Kitty, Ella, and Charity were safe.
Kitty, Ella. So, and then Vanity obviously was in the bottom. So was Veronica.
River.
Yeah. Ooh. I mean,
I would have gone River, actually, I think.
I think I would have as well. I really loved their design look. I mean, also as well, to be honest, because Charity wasn't there, all three of them interchangeable. It could have been any of them. I also thought Crystal, like, that turned out two good looks. All three of them just turned, well, apart from actually Scarlett, both River and Crystal just turned out two, like,
Solid
good,
looks.
yeah, solid looks. Vanity being salty over Charitha being safe seemed very bizarre to me. Bizarre. Also, cracks me up that when Charitha says judges, it sounds like bitches. She's like, thank you, judges.
Chichi men.
Yeah. Did you know this song, that the lip
I
sync?
did not, no. And I would not have liked it.
I really, really didn't like it. I didn't like it as a lip sync. I didn't really like the song. But that jump split I'll just say, for your two bottoms, unfortunately, are Veronica Green and yet again Vanity Milan, which means that they're going to be lip syncing.
Vanity and Veronica, the two Vs sharing the double-ended dildo of lip syncing.
Exactly. That jump split 20 seconds in from Vanity Milan let you know, though, she doth not come to play.
It let you know she doth not understand crescendo and build in performance.
Uela dramatic build. But do you know what? I really cringe when someone tries to pull their outfit off.
Rock'em Sakura.
Yeah, every single time I'm like, you're not going to be able to get it off. You're going to be stuck like with shit trailing around.
Yeah, you can't make your performance just you struggling to get stuff. And also just leaving debris for all the honeys to slip over. That's what I get more scared about. Like all these slippery bits of
the pheromone
nylon.
effect. Yeah, absolutely awful. And I just think as well, like, unless you're going to be giving me a mayhem, you want a piece of me, ripping off the feathers, that's like a moment that's like, you want a piece of this? Like,
yeah, it actually makes sense to the narrative.
Then, like, what is the narrative of
Gia?
I've got the music in me, so let me shed my wings.
Shed my flags.
Yeah, I didn't get it. And I thought they were giving two very different lip sync approaches. Vanity was giving you a much more sort of soulful presentation.
Very House of Turner performance.
Whereas Veronica was giving you pagan witch entering a DMT psychosis at Stone Circle at 4 a.m. With
short and sweet.
That hair and her stamping, and I thought, she's got the voodoo for you, bitches.
At the beginning, shout out Judy J. At the beginning, I kind of thought maybe Veronica, because we hadn't seen her lip sync, maybe she could do this because Vanity was kind of doing splits, and then Veronica was just kind of very controlled and she had like a slow spin, and I thought, okay, but then no,
bitches be spinning. But
not that I loved. I didn't think it was clear cut.
No, me neither. And I really hope that Vanity walks back into the workroom next week and is like, they've seen, I am the lip sync assassin.
RuPaul says, bring it to the runway, and that is what I have done.
I understood the assignment. Yeah, I mean, I didn't love the lip sync. I'm not gonna lie to you. But I'm very glad that Vanity's lives to tell the tale for one more week.
I really like the way she speaks. I can't kind of explain it, but
She's got a very like chilled demeanor, which I really like about her.
she's quite well spoken, but not in kind of like a Queen's English kind of way. It's kind of quite interesting.
She's got like a very like very pronounced way of speaking.
Yeah, she's like not dropping T's and shit like us.
Yeah. Let's talk Rose and Thorn, Luke's.
Hang on, I just want to say one thing.
Oh, please.
I did feel bad for Veronica.
Me too.
Because I felt like she and me both thought she was going to go a lot further, and it feels a bit of a shame. Just her narrative, Gia, has not been very great.
No, I didn't think. Do you know what? Even though I'm not a close personal fan of Veronica Green, particularly throughout the years, I thought that in season 1 they got their rat bad fever moment. And I feel like she felt very vindicated within that musical, that she was like, I wanted that part, I fought for it. I think she thinks that she gave a really good, memorable performance. So I think that no matter what happened, she left with that. Whereas I feel like her returning hasn't seen really any moments of...
Well, they liked her last week. They were like,
oh yeah, she was in the top. She was in the top, that's the lie. But I can't even remember what it was, so... The Dragaton,
yeah.
I mean, I don't feel like she had her moment, and I think she's a really loved queen. Like, she's always up, she's always performing, she's always in the lineups, like, and I think people really love her, and she's got a real fan base. So I just wish, I just feel a bit gutted for her that she didn't get more of a moment.
And next week we have the girl band challenge. You know what that means? 5, 6, 7, 8. I screamed. When I watched it the second time, I forgot, and then I re-screamed.
Can I tell you what I'm not here for, though?
What?
Emma fucking Bunton. Like, I hate to say that they need to let Spice Girls go, but they showed one clip of it. Do you remember our last time? The thing that we were like, oh, for fuck's sake, it's so tired. Is that they're literally just like, oh my God, Mel C would love that. Oh my God.
It's
Scary
a leopard
Spice.
print. Someone's wearing a black dress. Oh, Victoria'd kill you for that.
Yeah, giving very much Scary Spice, and it's like they're in like tiger print.
Yeah.
And it's just like, and that was the one clip they showed of her, and I was like, oh, for fuck's sake, we're going to have to go through this again, of just every single thing, no matter what it is, being related back to one member of the Spice Girls. And I'm saying that as a deep Spice Girls fan.
Has she been on it before? Well, no,
Yeah.
Jerry, and we've had Jerry UK and
Jerry
Mel
was
B.
unbearable as well, do you remember?
Yeah, Jerry was worse. Mel B was quite good though.
Mel B is always going to be fucking good.
Yeah.
Like, she
Do we give Sporty a chance? I mean, if they got Vicky B, I'd lose.
I
my
would
fucking shit.
lose my
She's always gonna
fucking
be top
mind.
now.
Oh
I
my
had
God,
the cardboard
always.
cut out from Blockbuster in my bedroom.
Always. Vicky B transcends Spice Girls for me. I'm sorry to say it. I'm sorry to that woman. Okay, let's talk Rose and Thorn.
Rose.
Le silence. Yeah, the Rose.
Steps next week. I might cry. I'm very excited.
What I cannot cope with is what I'm fucking scared about actually is because they're bringing all of Steps on. It might mean that we forego a Steps lip sync.
Well,
Because
they
might do Spice Girls. Yeah. But I need a Steps lip sync. I know we've already had one, but I need one for Sorrow. So fingers crossed. Or imagine a Better the Devil You Know, Deeper Shade of Blue. I don't know. I could go on.
They've done Better the Devil
I could go further. I could go further.
Australian. They did the Kylie Minogue one.
Yeah.
Scarlett Adams was annoyingly very good.
My Rose was just how deeply in love with Charity I am. I don't think you understand. I'm obsessed. Let's talk Thorn.
Just the way Victoria's departure was kind of just brushed under the carpet, like a little side note.
Yeah, I hear that. Mine was the lip sync music choice by production up to this point. Like, where are the iconic UK bands?
You know, that was my gripe of season 2.
Well, exactly. Like, why? Like, because I mean, obviously we've got M People, which is
Where are the
tunes? Where are the tunes?
But especially from this week, I was like, what the fuck? Who chose this?
The only time I've heard of Kiki D is Elton John and Kiki D.
Yeah.
Like, is she a known player in the game?
No, I don't think so. And I think that they're like, oh, Kiki, gay, you know? No, it ain't for me. But what is for me is fucking girl. I screamed out loud. Girl group next week. That's literally one of the best. You're gonna get your Frock Destroyer. You're gonna get your UK
we're gonna
King
get the
Dolls.
track.
Yeah.
The track.
But did you clock that they were like there's some twist with it? I can't remember.
I wouldn't be surprised.
I can't remember what it was, but they were like, oh, and we're gonna do the girl band challenge, and they were like, what the fuck? Like, why is it? Like, I can't remember what someone said, but someone made reference to like that the girl band challenge has kind of been turned on its head.
What could that mean?
You're in a group, but you're the only one in it.
Shit.
I don't know. Very exciting. Maybe they record all of their parts differently and then like they pick the best one to be in a girl group.
Like Pop Stars The Rivals.
Oh, you don't want to be the Javine. Actually, who I don't want to be is fucking Cheryl Cole.
Who I don't want to be is One True Voice.
Oh, gone but not forgotten. But literally forgotten.
Yeah.
Can't even picture it. There was one of them that was really fit though.
One of them was like always about like doing extra work. Or I just
Really?
always see him like,
Super fucking
I'll
cute.
show you a picture. You'll probably be like, oh, I went to school with him.
Yeah, probably. Okay, so next week is girl groups and we couldn't be more excited. So
Sunnyflowers, actually.
I guess we'll see you next week.
See you. Like and subscribe and follow and share and masturbate.
Love ya.
Bye.